Cisco Discovery Protocol, CDP. It is a Cisco proprietary protocol which operates at the layer 2, and that practically means that the device does not need IP address configured on it for this protocol to operate. What it does, it sends periodic information about itself to all its neighbors out of all interfaces. So if I go to my, let's go to my switch. So if I go to my, let's say, router here and do show CDP question mark, I have a bunch of options, and one of them is interface. That option will tell me which interfaces are running CDP at the moment on this device. And every interface has CDP enabled on it. So sending information every 60 seconds, and the hold time, which is how long the information received is valid, is 180 seconds, which is 3 times a hello interval. Now what it does, show CDP neighbor, let's just do, so one of the options is neighbor. Show CDP neighbors. If I do that, it shows me that the router 1 detected the presence of a switch 1 connected to router's local interface E00, and the switch interface connecting the router E00 is also Ethernet 00. So that's the remote port. So what it means that switch 1 was sending information out this port and out of this port and that port, and introduce itself. So what it is introducing every 60 seconds about itself is what type of the device is. So capability is a router and switch. Platform, this is a virtual software, so it shows Linux, but normally you would see the platform. And the actual name, and we can also display more information about this device if we do the entry keyword. So there's a keyword entry, and if I say entry and copy and paste exactly the name of a device, I'm gonna get even more information about this neighbor. So I see this is the device ID, my neighbor. The IP address of this device detected was 10.1.1.10, and that is the VLAN 1 IP address on the switch. The local interface is Ethernet 00, which is this interface where we detected the presence of a neighbor, and the outgoing port on the other end is also Ethernet 00. The software that is running on this version, and so on and so forth. Let's just jump to, let's say, a PC1, which is actually, in my case, also a router converted to a rollover PC, and see the neighbor on this one. So the interface connected to the switch is Ethernet 00 local on PC1. Let's see that. So let's do the same command, show CDP neighbor, and we see on the local interface Ethernet 00 presence of a switch connected, and there's a router and switch, how long information is going to be still valid without hearing from the neighbor, and my outgoing interface, so which is the remote interface on the switch connecting PC1, is Ethernet 1, 2. This allows us to do interface E00, maybe a little documentation of a network description. We can say switch 1 Ethernet 1, 2, and from then on save that information, show interface description, and we can document the network saying, okay, this interface is connected to switch 1 Ethernet 1, 2 interface. Also, this allows us to draw a topology diagram later, or maybe store information in Excel file.